15-2 run. Blue Devils battled back. A tough non-travel call with Central down 4 late in the game, and Mount made their free throws and pulled away and ended up winning it by 10, as Mark told you. Zach Newkirk with the Blue Devils in the dark blue uniforms for this game, trimmed in white. That's Jameer Reed. They hedge out. Down low, Wallace, and what do we got?
Good.
Offensive foul, an illegal screen.
Outlaw, yeah, Greg Outlaw picking up the first foul of this game, 19 seconds in.
It was a pick away from the ball, which would be a terrific adjustment for Central to make, because they're going to press again.
Well, it works so well, as you talked about. 8 steals in the first half, 14 turnovers by Mount St. Mary's in the first half.
A little different variety here, though. 1-2-1-1 is because Mount has spread the floor. And then they back off a little bit, so modified, picking up right at half court. Chong-Qui. Again, one of the most diminutive players in the NEC, but one of the best preseason all-conference. That's Josh Reeves, as Mark mentioned. His uncle played here at Central Connecticut in the late 60s and 70s. Chong-Qui drives. Opoku is going to fire a 3 with the shot clock winding down. And Greg Outlaw grabs the rebound and he's fouled. Outlaw with 6 rebounds in the game yesterday. Also had 2 points.
Mezzi Offram picks up that personal.
Remember, Chong-Qui also got in foul trouble early in the game for the Mount. Jameer Reed controlling. Krishnan gets down low for Wallace, and he traveled.
Got excited and shuffled his feet.
A little bothered, I think, by the presence of Opoku down low.
Now the Blue Devils will come out again with a little bit of pressure. They trapped out of it intensely in the first half yesterday. Not so much today yet. And again, Chong-Qui with the basketball, and he took control of that game and had the ball in the majority of each possession yesterday in the second half.
Reeves, who had 11 in the first half. Opoku now on the right. And we get an illegal screen called now.
We got Opoku
on Mount St. Mary's. Yes, it was Opoku.
Yeah, not holding the screen. He tried to set it and then dive to the basket.
Offer him check. Dakota LeFew in for him. 6'5" freshman from Hampton, Georgia. Reminiscent of yesterday's game, Mark. Nobody scored for a while. Jameer Reed puts it up good and one. Wasn't sure what that call was going to be. Dan Engelstad, the third-year head coach of the Mountaineers, did not agree with it, but Jameer Reed gets the Blue Devils on the board. Yesterday struggled, 1 for 7 from the floor, did lead the team in rebounding with 7, and also had 4 assists, but only
what you like, though, is Reed continue to hustle in those 7 rebounds, not letting his, shooting slump in the game, affect other aspects of his game.
He had 4 points in the game yesterday. He gives the Blue Devils a 2-0 lead. Bruce Beal, Mark Robbins from the Dietrich Gym on the campus of CCSU. Of course, no fans allowed yet. Here's Reeves lining up a triple, and he knocks it down. And we saw Josh Reeves knocking it down early yesterday. Had 3 threes, all in the first half. 11 of his 13. Newkirk, pull-up jumper, back rims it, no good. Tipped by Outlaw and taken by Reeves. Reeves is bumped and fouled by Newkirk. Josh Reeves, the nephew of Bill Reeves, one of the most prolific scorers of all time at Central Connecticut. 645 points in the 69-70 season. Second best, only to Kyle Vinales, who broke that streak. But again, that year, Bill Reeves made 260 field goals, 24 more than Kyle Vinales.
Well, yeah, no three-pointers.
And of course, why? Because, no three-pointers.
Yeah. Josh is a lot more than his uncle will ever.
And Josh Reeves has really come on as of late.
When he and Newkirk collided at center court.
Now, he's a freshman, Mark, but he's a little older, right? I mean,
yeah, he took a prep year at South Kent.
Originally from Hamden. Running a weave here. Central's in a man-to-man. 3-2 lead. Reeves, confident. Jumper, no good. Rebound underneath Carrington Wallace. Newkirk looking to run. Krishnan, good defense by Reeves. Left wing Outlaw puts it on the deck, backing his man down. A little jump hook in the lane, no. Carrington Wallace, the rebound, banks it up good and one.
And that's what we're wanting to see. Daniel Marsh has got to be thrilled. Bang it inside. Carrington Wallace with the putback and chance to make it a three-point play.
Carrington Wallace, 22 minutes yesterday, 4 for 7 from the floor, 9 points, 5 rebounds in the game.
I think the number 7 on the glass for him is got to be a target. I think if he can ever average 7 a game, I think double-figure scoring, will come automatically almost.
Leads in conference play, leads the team with 5.5 rebounds per game.
You agree with that number?
I'd like to see him get 15.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if he can get 7 or 8 a night.
I used to love to ask that question to Howie in the pregame show, Howie Dickerman. Wouldn't it be nice if so-and-so, say Rich Pittman, I'll throw a name out there, could get you about 7, 8 rebounds? It would be nice if you could get about 15 or 16. That's true. Chong-Qui backing down the 17 in the second half yesterday en route to a 20-point game, leading the way for the Mount. And they've got a couple of threes in this game. They have a 6-5 lead. And they were terrific last night, Mark, from three-point range. 9 out of 19 from behind the arc for a team that comes in shooting it. Yesterday, they were 32%. They're up to 34% now.
Yeah, 2 for 4 to start this one.
Krishnan has it poked away, finds some daylight in the corner. Outlaw backing down Reeves. This is Newkirk off the pick. Met on a switch. Reed. Corner. Newkirk. Open look at a triple. Back rims it. Followed his shot and lays it in with the left hand, and he's fouled. Terrific job by Zach Newkirk. We saw him do it yesterday too, Mark, following that shot, and this time rewarded with the bucket and a chance to complete the three-point play. He had only 2 points in the game yesterday, Zach Newkirk, both from the free throw line.
And Bruce, they didn't get to the line much yesterday. 3 possessions that the Blue Devils have scored have all been and ones.
7 attempts in the first half yesterday, only 3 in the second half. Newkirk, who was in foul trouble most of the game yesterday, only played 12.5 minutes. Will get a breather as Scantlebury comes in for him. Junior from Rochester. Offer him. Little size advantage on Outlaw. Opoku, a little out of control, lost it, but it was last touched by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, he got it in his mind that he was going to the bucket, and he had to get through a few Blue Devils to try and make it there, and they knocked it out of bounds.
Comes Malik Jefferson, twin brother of Jalen Jefferson, coming into the game. Shot clock at 12. Next dead media timeout. Opoku. Here's Reeves. And running into the corner and lining up for 3 is LeFew. It's no good. And Jameer Reed with the rebound for the Blue Devils. They have a 2-point lead. Outlaw trying to split the defense. Good hustle as he lost it. Now Ian Krishnan, a little pull-up jumper, no good. And good hustle again by Outlaw, but retrieved by Chong-Qui.
LeFew hurt his hand in that collision.
He's shaken up.
And they let him play this stuff. Yesterday, that had been a foul when they had the collision.
Maybe they reviewed the tape.
They might have.
2-point lead for the Blue Devils. We'll take our first break. Blue Devil basketball, NEC front row.
CCSU, we're connected to our past, to our communities, and most importantly, to each other. Visit ccsu.edu.
Fierro to the belt and delivers. Shot! No! Lead by Braxton is good at the buzzer. Would you believe it? Allegro comes inside. Eddie, another shot. She scores!
Bruce, adventure, maybe?
Nothing better than that.
Nothing better than adventure. And the Army offers 150 different career paths, including jobs in the medical field, information technology, and broadcast journalism. If you qualify, you might even be able to wipe away all of the college debt that you've got. Talk to a career counselor to find out what options you have and serve something greater than yourself. Call the Hartford Army Recruiting Office today or visit GoArmy.com for more information.
Chong-Qui to walk it up against Scandal. Reeves played by Krishnan, man-to-man by Central. Stefan Ayagma is into the game for the Blue Devils, wearing number 20. Offerham lines up at the rim. Shades of Don Nelson in 1968 with that role. That's when Bill Reeves was playing at Central.
Yes. How about all the points from Mount St. Mary's
Amazing.
via the three?
Outlaw, baseline, pull-up, jumper, no good, but he's fouled. Good decision by the sophomore from Chicago, Greg Outlaw. That's the second personal foul. That was on Offram. Yeah, he picked up an early one, and he's going to have to take a seat. You would think.
Yeah, they got, looks like Naeem Miller about to check in.
Free throw good by Outlaw. Yeah, Naeem Miller comes into the game. Sophomore, 6'4", 200-pounder from Pittsburgh, PA. And also Trey Mitchell, 6'3", junior college transfer from Avondale, Arizona. Now, he did not have a good offensive game yesterday, Mitchell, but he did have a career high with 3 steals in the game.
There's that press.
Looking to trap.
Yeah.
And they're going to get a steal. Reed for Scandalberry. Looking to break down the defense. Mitchell may have gotten away with a travel there. Out for Scandalberry. Drives middle. Out for Outlaw. Challenge triple. No good. Rebound tipped. Outlaw hustles for it. And another loose ball he comes up with. Scandalberry runs through. Reed. Back for Outlaw. Drop step in the lane. Reverses and hits. Spectacular move by the sophomore Greg Outlaw. Central leads by 3.
Aptly named Outlaw. That move was illegal.
We've seen him do that, Mark. And we know he can shoot it when he's open. The other way, Jefferson gets a dunk as
I don't mean to travel. I just mean sick.
Over the top. Scandalberry. Trying to set things up. Pretty good defense by the Mount. Scandalberry's had it most of his possession. Nice ball fake by Ayagma. Short-armed it, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Mountaineers.
I think Ayagma thought that ball might be blocked as he got into the lane. And we talked about it yesterday, Bruce. I can't remember a Mount team this big and this physical on the interior.
I mean, you got to go back maybe to the late 90s, maybe. And that's Miles Baker, who's checked into the game, trying to make a move, the sophomore from Chicago, who played in only his 3rd conference game this year, but was tied for the team lead in scoring with Ian Christian with 12 points.
2-2-1 again without trap.
They go over the top. Reeves gets it in the middle for Opoku. He doesn't want to take that foul line shot, so he'll bring it out for Chong-Qui. Little push off. Shot clock under 10 now. Offerum's played by Scantlebury. Big size advantage. Now Baker picks him up. He's going to have to put up a jump hook with the shot clock winding down. Jefferson grabs the offensive rebound and lays it in with the left hand. Malik Jefferson last night, the usual good field goal percentage, 6 for 9 from the floor, 12 points and 9 rebounds, just missing a double-double.
Well, 7-2 run in the last 3 minutes for the Mount.
And they're doing it on the defensive end. Well, Scantlebury may have shuffled the feet there. Outlaw would tend to shoot. A little floater is good. Second field goal for Greg Outlaw. Jefferson with the left hand may have been deflected.
Well, they broke it. They broke that press pretty easily. At the ball to the middle.
Miles Baker looking for a pick. Ayagma sets it. He goes right. Offerum's got 2 free fouls, does he not,
yes,
Mark? I mean, it looked like he just picked up his third, but they didn't call it. In the corner, Reeves a triple, no good. Jefferson the rebound. Stat monitor frozen on my end. I don't know about you, but
yeah,
I know you told me that.
Well,
it appeared, unless that last foul didn't go on Offerum.
I don't, unless it was away from the ball.
Yeah, no, he, according to the,
it's frozen for me too. So,
according to the big board, he has no fouls. So we know that's not the case.
Yeah.
No. Here's Outlaw.
Actually, he's not on the scoreboard.
One-on-one move. Chong-Qui, a little push off with the right hand. Good rebound by Scantlebury. 1 point lead for the Mount. Off the screen, Ayagma pops out. He'll take a triple, and the high arcing three is good.
Wow.
He surprise you with that shot
Over
sometimes.
Jefferson too.
He's 3 for 5 now this year from behind the arc. His 4th in conference play. 4-3 overall. Chong-Qui left wide open. In and out. Dodged a bullet there. Good box out by Ayagma. A host of substitutions. Next dead ball.
Yeah, we haven't had the under 12 timeout yet.
Little pull up by Scantlebury won't go. Thought he was fouled, and Reeves grabs the rebound.
Guys look a little gassed on both ends.
It's been a while. You're right, Mark, since we've had a timeout. And the next dead ball will bring us to the media timeout. Off the pick. Baseline Chong-Qui in the corner. A 3 no good by Offerum, and the rebound grab by Scantlebury.
Seems like both teams are starting to settle a little bit.
Baker guarded by the 6'8 Offerum. Now on a switch, Miles gets into the lane and he charges. Nice job by Reeves taking the offensive foul there. 9:40. And then 3 games in a row at home. February 4th, 11th, and 12th. Sacred Heart and then Merrimack back-to-back.
Quick reversal to beat that press.
Chong-Qui had it knocked away. Here come the Blue Devils on the run. Miles Baker, oh man, waited too long. Xavier Wilson had his man underneath, and it results in a 3-point play the other way. Mark, that's just recognition, right? I mean, they're down there. Miles Baker, he looked for the 3. Xavier Wilson had a post up on a smaller man, and that's going to get Miles Baker a seat. It's just a learning process right there.
Newkirk, too, on picking up the foul.
That's his 2nd, right?
And Qui, just a great job of
first foul.
Yeah, transferring and getting Newkirk to commit the body foul.
And how about him from the free throw line in the Dietrich gym? Chong-Qui, 11 for. They made 12 free throws yesterday. 11 from him. All in the second half.
Well, I mean, he barely gave up the basketball.
1 point lead for the Mount. Oh, I thought Greg Outlaw passed up a 15-footer. Christian looking down low. Wallace gets it. Ball knocked away. It'll be Blue Devil basketball. Good defense by the Mount that time.
They forced Carrington Wallace out. Got the ball in the right block. He wound up dribbling out to the three-point line.
Front, the second, Bartone came in briefly. Number 24, he checks out. And Jefferson in for him. Here's Scantlebury with the shot clock now. Outlaw with 5 to shoot. He's going to have to put it up. I believe it hit the rim, but it's rebounded by the Mount anyway. Low-scoring game, just how the Mount likes it, right, Mark?
Best defense points per game in the conference, 60.
3 won't go there, and Ian Christian grabs the rebound for Central. Handoff Christian looking for a 3, can't find it. A lot of dribbling. Handoff to Outlaw. Lob down low for Wallace. Double team. Someone's got to be open in the middle. Yeah, it's Wilson who spins and hits. Nice job by Carrington Wallace. He felt the double team a little late, but still, nevertheless, delivered it to Xavier Wilson, who was able to hit the step back jumper. Wilson only played 8 minutes yesterday, 2 points and 2 rebounds. Jefferson double teamed. They leave Reeves open in the corner. Doesn't make him pay, and foul called down low. Poku got the rebound, but Outlaw called for the foul. All right, media timeout, Mark. We'll keep it here as we'll give our sponsors a little plug.
Somebody like Connecticut?
Whoever you want.
Connecticut.
Your choice.
That's right. More than just a health insurance company. People driven to support the health of the community every step of the way, making it easier for you to see your doctor, get your medicine delivered safely at home, and guide you to better health. Because rooting for the home team happens on and off the court. Connecticut, powered by people for a healthier you. Learn more at Connecticut.com.
Central yesterday from the floor, 22 out of 59. They took 14 more shots than their opponent, Mount St. Mary's, and did not shoot it well overall. The Blue Devils did not. They shot 37% overall and 26 from 3, 6 out of 23. Today, 6 out of 15 from the floor, 1 for 4 from behind the arc, and they've got to the free throw line 5 times, converted 4 of those. Mount St. Mary's, terrific yesterday, 51% and 47% from 3 yesterday. They're shooting 39% so far here, 3 for 10 from 3, and the only free throw attempt made by Chong-Qui. Blue Devils not turning over the Mount as they did yesterday. Remember, 14 turnovers in the first 20 minutes for the Mount. They only have 2 here in this game.
It's been a back-and-forth game. Blue Devils' largest lead, 3 points at 12-9. 1 point lead for Mount St. Mary's 3 times in this game.
Offer him a bullet pass in for Poku, and he lays it in. Off the timeout, a set play.
And we have seen it far too many times where teams on those end out of bounds plays found that soft underbelly of the Blue Devil defense.
Ball goes through the hands of Krishnan off the pass from Reed. Turnover number 6 on the Blue Devils. Chong-Qui looked for Jefferson, who's fouled by Carrington Wallace, I believe, or Scantlebury. Nope, goes on Scantlebury. Wallace thought he had a clean block, but a reach-in on Nigel Scantlebury. Played a lot yesterday, Scantlebury, 28 minutes. Newkirk was in foul trouble, but Scantlebury also 4 fouls of his own. And the free throw by Jefferson, no good.
First miss of the game for Mount St. Mary's at the line.
Solid big body for Malik Jefferson. Trey Mitchell back in, Xavier Wilson out. We talked about it briefly, Mike. You wonder if you would see, with Mount St. Mary's being a little bigger, Iagma and Carrington Wallace in the game at the same time. Iagma gives you I think he gives you good minutes when he's out there.
Yeah, he is. He's efficient down inside.
And double team Scantlebury. Mitchell trying to get going. Instead of taking the three, brings it to the rack and lays it in. Terrific decision that time by Trey Mitchell, his first field goal.
Yeah, he sensed the defender coming out to shut down the outside jumper and then exploded to the bucket.
Well, he is the designated hitter, right, from outside the arc. Over half of his field goals come from behind the arc, and there's a blocking call off a drop step.
I'll tell you what, Reeves is explosive, big body.
And he also doesn't mind playing that way with the 2 fouls, it appears, right?
Yeah.
He does have 2.
So hopefully he's okay. I think they may have banged knees on the drive, but I see a very bright future for him in this league for the next 3.5 seasons.
Transfer from George Washington. In and out. Tied at 21 with 6.5 remaining. Scantlebury wants the screen. He gets it from Wallace. Christian pops out, gets the feet set, and nails the 3. That's when Ian is at his best. Catches, elevates, and hits.
Tied for the biggest lead at 3 for the Blue Devils in this one.
Ian just under 40% in conference play from 3. Jefferson, a jump hook won't go, but he's fouled.
Wallace playing from behind, picking up that foul.
Jefferson, not a great free throw shooter this year. 15 out of 24 overall, 62%. Other than that, pretty solid, though, averaging 8.2 rebounds per game in the top 5 in the NEC, also averaging 8.2 points. Next one, no good. Jameer Reed clears the rebound for the Blue Devils. Iagma back in, and Carrington Wallace takes a seat. Christian outside Iagma. Lob out Mitchell. Played by the long-armed Opoku. Down low for Iagma. Shot won't go. Nice hustle by Jameer Reed. Jump ball, possession arrow.
Great effort
to Mount St. Mary's.
Weak side. Jameer Reed saw the shot go up and then crashed the boards and earned the tie-up.
Jefferson out and Bartone back in for him. Blue Devils have backed off on the press, Mark.
Yeah, it's been intermittent, much more effective and frequent in the first game.
Reeves for another 3, in and out. Poku the rebound. That's what I'm saying. If you have the 2 big bodies in there, right? Wallace and Iagma.
Sure, at least give it a shot, Nobody says they have to play 25 minutes in a row together.
And no foul call, but they're saying last touch by the Blue Devils.
3 offensive rebounds for the Mount here in the first half. Blue Devils with 4.
Feels like more, though, doesn't it? In the Mount, they actually, yeah. Bartone comes back into the game. Oh, he was in the game, sorry. Chong-Qui having trouble getting it in. Tried to pump it off with Jameer Reed, but Reed comes away with the steal. In the corner, Krishnan. A challenge 3.
I'm not really sure why the desperation there.
That's just the type of deal. He hit his last one, but
he was open.
Yeah, he had the feet set. He elevated. A tough look. Chong-Qui tried to draw the foul. Referees didn't buy it. Yeah, they're letting them play a lot more today than last night. Jameer Reed drives. Christian, drop step, fakes, double dribbles.
Yep.
Trey Mitchell a little frustrated. He was open in the left corner, and they didn't see him. Here comes Miles Baker into the game, replacing Ian Christian.
I think Ian saw him, but a little bit late, and that's when he thought he changed his mind and tried to get that dribble going again.
Ian's a little upset with himself. There's the pressure again. Miles Baker trying to deny Chong-Qui, and I'm all for that. Now he backs off.
Yeah, the Blue Devils, though, they showed once in the beginning of the game a different press, but they've gone back to the 2-2-1.
Jefferson sets the screen. Chong-Qui can't get around it. Bartone will take a triple. Off the glass and good.
Well,
Horse shot.
in a big bucket.
Giving the Mount a 1-point lead.
4 of 12 from 3 here in this first half.
He didn't hesitate at all. Mitchell for 3. Good. That's where he was open from before, Mark. They didn't get him the ball. You figure a shooter like Mitchell, who struggled last night, isn't going to struggle 2 games in a row. Jefferson. And no reset. Bartone, by the way, before that 3. 0 for 2 this year. Good steal by the Blue Devils. Reed, Scantlebury, Baker. See if they can get Mitchell another open look. He's got it. Looks to drive, steps back. Tough to get it over the outstretched arms of Opoku. Said Jameer Reed takes a 14-footer. It's no good. And Opoku hustles for the rebound. He had 9 rebounds to match Malik Jefferson last night. Played 30 minutes. Chong-Qui, we saw that all in the second half. Jefferson cleans up the offensive rebound. Chong-Qui a little shaken up.
Get the media timeout.
Yep, at the 2:32 mark. We'll take a quick one and return. Tied at 27. Blue Devil basketball. NEC front row. Northeast Conference standing, Mark Robbins. Bryant still sitting at 6-2 at top of the league. They're 10-3 overall. Then you have LIU, St. Francis Brooklyn, and Mount St. Mary's, all at 4-2. Sacred Heart at 4-4. Merrimack at 2-3. FDU at 1-2. St. Francis and Wagner both at 2-4. And then Central at 2-6. So again, we did, I know I'm not going to do the calculations as to whether or not they're mathematically. Forget about that. Yeah, or you.
Here's a scoreboard update for you. 5 minutes to go, first half. Sacred Heart up 10, 29-19 on St. Francis.
What happened yesterday in that game?
Well, I don't know what wound up happening. I know what wound up happening. I don't know how it happened. They wound up. St. Francis won by 18.
Yeah. And Sacred Heart was up early, correct?
Yeah, so it was tight with about 10 minutes to go.
Great hustle by Miles Baker. And a no-look down low. Baker gets rewarded for an open look at a three. No good. Tipped out by Mitchell, and Scantlebury gets it back.
And something might be going on at Merrimack, because that game was supposed to tip with FDU at 4, and the scoreboard still has no score.
I don't like that shot by Miles Baker. Short, grazed the rim. Here's Scantlebury. Switching hands and leaves it in. Nifty little move by the diminutive one. You know what else I don't like? I don't like the fact that Carrington Wallace only has one field goal attempt in the first half.
Yes.
And I understand that they have big guys down low, so they're collapsing on him. And there's one of them, Jefferson. So you just get the feel that maybe if Iagma gets a chance to play with Wallace, he might take some of the pressure off him down low with this big Mount lineup. And we get a foul on Opoku. You have Opoku, not to belabor the point, but, he said as he kept doing it. Opoku at 6'9", Jefferson at 6'9", Offerham at 6'8". And, you poor Carrington Wallace out there trying to mix it up at 6'8".
Yes, I agree. And more to your point, they're feeding Malik Jefferson. He's 4 of 6 with 4 rebounds for 10 points in this first half.
And other than Wallace, right, who nobody else is a threat unless somebody's going to post up for the Blue Devils. There's a tip and a steal by Jameer Reed.
Central play 4 or 5 times in this first half.
Another sloppy first half for Chong-Qui, which doesn't bode well for the Blue Devils for the second half.
It's only the 5th turnover, though, for Mount St. Mary's.
Here's Baker taking it to the rack. I thought that was goaltending. Thought it hit the back.
Awfully close. But, boy, it's just the biggest I've ever seen.
Reeves is due. No good. Underneath, Jefferson, but the big guy, Opoku, puts it in.
3 offensive opportunities in that one possession.
10 seconds left here in the first half. Mount by 2. Baker will try to give the Blue Devils the lead, but it's blocked by Chong-Qui, and that'll end the first half. Went back and forth a few times. Yesterday, Central led by 5 at the half. Apologize to everybody for
everybody. Yes.
But
anybody who heard it,
you nailed it right away. You jumped on it right away. So he has 3 more rebounds than you.
Yes.
Central with the ball to begin the second half. Down 2. Krishnan, pull-up jumper, good and 1. And again, that is vintage Ian Krishnan coming off a screen, elevating, and knocking down the jumper. That one a set play right at the elbow. Shades of the great Damian Johnson, second all-time leading scorer at Central Connecticut.
And you're right, vintage, and his feet were set, his whole body was in great position, a smooth-looking jumper.
That's the old, who's good at that is, remember Robbie Tasek used to do the old pull-up jumpers, right?
Yes, and that's a great call, a play call, by the way, to start the second half on the out-of-bounds.
Good defense by Krishnan. Chong-Qui, who went off in the second half yesterday. 17 points. Shot clock approaching 5. Offer him a little push off. Opoku a triple, no good. And they call a foul on Carrington Wallace for pushing off on the very slender and delicate Malik Jefferson.
Jefferson got a little wry smile.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. I got boxed out. Nice rebound by Wallace.
2 fouls on Carrington.
Offer him a 3. No good. And the rebound by Outlaw. Blue Devils have a 1-point lead off the free throw made by Krishnan. Wallace trying to get a post up down low. Reed can't get it to him and travels. He picked up the dribble. Cardinal sin.
And why could they not get it to Carrington? Because Opoku fronted him. And the pass
not initially, though. Initially, that pass, and we talked about it in the first half, Opoku checks out, Bartone back in. That pass has to come right away, right? You do not let the defense, don't let Opoku front you there. Chong-Qui in the corner. Bartone hit his first 3 of the year earlier. Pull-up jumper, Reeves, air ball. Jefferson underneath. He lays it in. He is feasting down there today, Mark.
Yeah, he tough to move out of the blocks. Set up shop. Got the, a terrible shot by Reeves, and he was there on the other side to put it up and in.
And here comes Ayagba in the game.
Well, and you got to take Carrington. He's got 3
Well,
fouls.
of course, yes. Well, you're going to deal with Jefferson the whole game by yourself. Good chance you are going to pick up 3 fouls. Free throw no good. Ayagba the rebound. Straight away Newkirk. Christian. Nice job passing up the shot, but Jameer Reed forced it over the outstretched arms of Jefferson. Good challenge by Jefferson coming out to bother Jameer Reed on that one. Chong-Qui, down low Jefferson, played by Reed. Good ball movement. Chong-Qui gets into the lane. His runner is good. And the Mount goes up by 3. 2 minutes gone by here in the second half. Corner Krishnan splits the defense, reverses, and hits.
What a pretty move.
Oh, great decision, too, by Ian. Wanted to pull up, but they converged on him, and he darted to the basket.
Darn near a pass to himself. He threw it ahead.
Jefferson down low off the offensive glass, and he lays it in.
Well, if you're going to add hustle to the muscle from Jefferson, then he's really unstoppable in this league. I mean, he hustled from the top of the key to get down inside to make that play.
He's a big kid, 6'9", again, listed at 230. An NEC version of Pascal, who played at Villanova. He now plays for the Golden State Warriors. Here's Ayagba faking the 3. Cut off by Jefferson. Newkirk will try it. Short. And deflected and taken by Opoku. Here comes Chong-Qui with the head up. And he'll pull it out.
It's the biggest lead that Mount has had.
Chong-Qui with defense by Ayagba, cutting him off. Jefferson wants it down low. They get it to him. He's double teamed. Opoku, corner, drives, and lost it. Went out of bounds.
Defense. Greg Outlaw, great defense.
Listen, Opoku can throw it down. You guys, some people may remember last year versus St. Francis University. It was the #1 play of the day on SportsCenter. Dunk by Opoku last year. 1 on the shot clock. Alley-oop Opoku. What is the clock going to go? I thought there was 1 on the shot clock. That's what it said initially, and I think they thought so too, but the buzzer never sounded. He must have got it off.
It was quick, and again, the middle Central's defense on those out of bounds plays.
How about that tip? Wow. Sorry, Mark, by Jameer Reed. Go ahead.
We've seen it before. Yeah. The baseline out of bounds play, the Blue Devil defense, that soft middle has been exploited by not only Mount St. Mary's, we've seen countless opponents do it.
Back to a 1-point lead. Chong-Qui. Here's Bartone in the corner. Working against Ayagba. Using the body. Jump hook. Is able to go. He's got 5. Lead is back to 3. Ayagma wants some. And he gets some. Steph Ayagma with the bank shot.
Go inside, make the bigs play some one-on-one type of defense.
I don't know how many attempts have the Blue Devils had, right? Down low in the paint.
Well, they have 20 points in the paint.
Yeah.
22 now.
Oh, nice move by Chong-Qui. A couple of those were moves by Miles Baker and Outlaw. But how many post-ups do they really have, right? Jameer Reed for 3. Splash. At the 15-15 mark, we're tied at 41. Bruce Beal, Mark Robbins from the Deep Trick Gym on a Friday happy hour.
Yeah, much different than the second half in yesterday's game, which both teams struggled to score early.
Chong-Qui spinning and fouled by Newkirk.
Drawing attention to himself.
He is going to, and he's going to try. He's going to do that. He's going to try to create contact and get to the free throw line. He did yesterday 12 times. We're tied at 41. We'll step out and be back. Blue Devil basketball, NEC front row.
Hi again, everybody. I'm Paul Tatino with the NEC Notebook, delivered to you by WB Mason. The Mount's Damian Chong-Qui is the men's co-player of the week thanks to his first career double-double. The guard had 10 points and 10 assists to stop Merrimack as part of a 2-game sweep. He shares the honor with Wagner guard Alex Morales, who averaged more than 17 points and 7 assists, including a dagger with 3.2 seconds to play to stop LIU. And a high five to the Sharks' Ty Flowers for joining the 1,000-point club. On the women's side, St. Francis U registered a big sweep over Bryant. Red Flash guard Carson Swager averaged 21 points a game and was named the NEC Women's Player of the Week. You can catch free live action on NECFrontRow.com. We've also got St. Francis Brooklyn facing LIU with a women's game carried by ESPN Plus on January 28th. The men will battle January 30th on ESPN3 and SNY. Follow the season on Twitter at NEC Sports and on the web at northeastconference.org.
Want you to remember to support CCSU Athletics by texting CCSU to 41444. Make a generous donation. Every dollar makes a difference, giving our student athletes the best chance for success. Please support the CCSU Blue Devils.
We talked about Chong-Qui and his effort yesterday in the second half. You know what's been quiet tonight is Josh Reeves, dare I say, the nephew of Bill Reeves. Great player at Central, 1,647 points.
Yeah, he's 1 for 5, hit his first 3 of the game, and has missed his next 5 shots.
5th all time, by the way. And by the way, he got those, Bill Reeves did, 1,647 points, Mark, in 3 years at Central.
Oh, wow.
So, with no three-pointer.
Was that back in the day when freshmen couldn't play varsity?
Yeah. And he had 645 points in the 69-70 season, second best only to Kyle Vinales. Ended his career averaging 21.1 points per game. That's the best ever in a season for a Blue Devil. In the corner, it's Reed, who hit his last triple. Mount by 1. Mitchell passes it up. Reeves grabs him. Ayagma has to make a move. Mitchell will try a 3. No good. Rebound tipped by Ayagma, but a foul called on the Mountaineers.
Jefferson picking up the call. Second personal thing.
Here comes Opoku over to the scorer's table in time. He'll check in, placing Offram. 20 to shoot. Christian trying to break free. He does. Good defense, Chong-Qui. Dribbles into a trap. Down low, Ayagma. Outside Mitchell. It's good. Ball goes down low. They double team. Somebody's got to be open, and it was Trey Mitchell knocking down his second 3 here in the second half, and the Blue Devils regain a 2-point lead.
Good looking stroke from Mitchell.
Poku, they'll give him that shot if he wants it. Chong-Qui operating with 10. Driving. Corner. Poku. Knuckleball 3. No good. Bartone reaches over Mitchell and grabs the rebound.
Perfect timing for the freshman from the Czech Republic.
Bartone, behind the back, lost control. Poku, 3 on the shot clock, but he traveled with the basketball.
Yeah, Bartone and Poku are not the guys you want to see driving from the wings too often.
6th turnover in the game for the Mountaineers, only the first in the second half. Scantlebury runs the point. Krishnan didn't find the 3, took it to the rack and laid it in. I think Ian had a talk with himself at halftime after that 1-4 shot he had, Mark, in the corner. He seems to have made much better decisions here in the second half.
Yeah, he gave a little head and shoulders fake to get the space needed.
Double figures with 10 for Ian Krishnan. Chong-Qui, 3 no good, and Krishnan fired up. Skies for the rebound. Off to pick Scantlebury. Ayagma triple. Splash! And Dan Engelstad wants time. Blue Devils have their largest lead of the game, 49-42.
An 8-0 run to grab the lead. Excuse me, 8-2. No, 8-1. 8-1. My bad.
We'll keep it here, Mark. You mentioned the run, and Ian Krishnan, the only shot he's missed in this game has been that corner 3, which he forced.
Yeah, he's come out, made a bunch of smooth moves. That last one, getting inside. You know, the threat of his jumper draws the defense out. Krishnan with...
What was that run? 8?
Got him 8-1. I've got Krishnan with 7 points in the second half.
Yep, 10 for the game. Krishnan, yesterday, in double figures, Ian did. He had 12 points. That was the first time he was in double figures since December 16th when he went 5 for 11 from the field, hit a couple of threes. And Jameer Reed continues to do a great job on the glass. We mentioned, of course, the Blue Devils' lack of size. 5 rebounds. Actually, he has 6. And that's at least 5 rebounds in the last 4 of 5 games. So make it 5 out of 6 now for Jameer Reed. Had 7 rebounds yesterday. And the Blue Devils lead this one by 7. A much needed W here for Central. They do not want to fall to 2-7 in the NEC. And they'll be on the road, at least scheduled to be on the road for the next 2 games, January 30th and 31st at St. Francis U. A little pressure from the Blue Devils. They trap a Poku, but they get out of it. Chong-Qui goes right. He had an option instead of double screen. Now they're trying to get it down low for Jefferson. Ian Krishnan with beautiful weak side help tips it away.
What a half he's having at both ends.
Reed. Back for Mitchell, and they'll reset. Find a point guard, Scantlebury. Plenty of time, 15 to shoot. I'd love to see Ian take Chong-Qui down low on a post-up. Here's Reed with 5 to shoot. Pushes off. Not sure what that was.
It was effort.
Offer him 3, no good. Jefferson, the offensive rebound, but he lost it out of bounds. Ooh. Daniel Marshall did not like that. It's a media timeout. He actually wanted that looked at, but with 11:35 left. Not going to happen. It's 7-point lead. Media timeout. We'll take it with them. Blue Devil basketball, NEC front row.
Show your Blue Devil pride by shopping at the CCSU bookstore. You can also go onto the website for all your Central gear and gifts. You can order from both. You can select shipping. You can pick up curbside. You can find all the current sales on the bookstore website or in person. Go to the website at ccsUbookstore.com. Don't forget to follow the bookstore on Facebook and Instagram.
Shot clock at 18 off the timeout. 7-point lead for the Blue Devils. Bruce Beal, Mark Robbins from the Dietrich Gym. Chong-Qui, quick movement. Opoku puts it behind the back. Poked away and taken by Outlaw. Outlaw, one-on-one move with Chong-Qui. Leaves it up no good, but he'll get 2 free throws on the reach-in foul on Damian Chong-Qui.
That'll be his first. Not bad defense when you think about it for Chong-Qui, because Outlaw is tough to defend when he is in full steam.
You know what I'm impressed with the Blue Devils here in the second half? Not only their decision making, but the help side defense, Mark, right? Very active hands. Getting a lot of tips and coming away with the majority of loose balls. 6 steals in the game. Central.
One Jefferson in for the other.
They don't really look like twins, do they?
No.
Height-wise.
Did Mount St. Mary's have brothers, the Tupums?
Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam and...
that would make a brother.
Now I got work. Now I know I'm going to do the next time out. Or just think about that the whole time. Here's Chong-Qui to the free throw line. In the corner, Reeves for 3. He's due again, and he hits.
Well,
he was really due.
That time, they double-teamed Chong-Qui, and he found the open man in the corner.
Second 3 of the game for Reeves. Mitchell drives, lays it up, no. Opoku the rebound. Blue Devils by 6. Crossover, Chong-Qui gets fouled and banks it in, and Carrington Wallace has just picked up his 4th personal foul. How about Chong-Qui? Listed at 5'8", Mark. Slow to get up. And by the way, I failed to mention, not sure if we have the Mount St. Mary's bench on camera, but remember Dakota LeFew, who injured his hand.
Yes.
I was speaking with Paul Manwaring, a trainer here, longtime trainer at CCSU, and he didn't tell me exactly what happened to him, but he's over there with a, it doesn't look like a cast, but right, it's in a sling.
Yeah, it's wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the collision here in the near corner on this side of the floor.
Him and Newkirk, I believe.
Yeah, in the first half.
Mm-hmm. Chong-Qui knocks down the free throw. He's got 16 in the game. Averages in conference play 16.3.
This is very similar to last night's game where the Blue Devils had that lead around 10 minutes to go.
And here's a steal by Joe. They call a foul. Oof.
On Chong-Qui.
Dan Engelstadt is beside himself. And it happened right in front of the Blue Devil bench. Jefferson out and Jefferson in. Malik for Jalen. Hey, Agma's played a lot of minutes here in the second half, Mark, with Wallace in foul trouble. Newkirk stops, tried to get it down low, but it was kicked. And a fresh 20-second shot clock for the Blue Devils. We're under 10, 9:57, 3-point lead for the Mount. Newkirk. Outlaw going to take it to the rack, leaves it up no good with an offensive foul call as Reeves took it.
Well, that's the scouting report reading it for Reeves to get into the lane as Outlaw was steaming through.
You feel the momentum changing a little bit here, Mark?
Yeah, well, I feel the tempo changing into the favor of Mount St. Mary's too a little bit. Maybe the press can speed things up.
That's what they're trying to do, but it's tough when you're dealing with this guy bringing the ball up. He tried to get the alley-oop to Jefferson, mistimed his jump. Now Reeves corrals. Chong-Qui will reset with 10 to shoot. Offram got away with a walk, and now he does not get away with an offensive foul. Pushing off with the right hand.
It's actually the second push in that little sequence there. And that is 3 on him.
Yeah, he picked up 2 very early in the game. Leaves with 3 points in the game. Offram. Solid game yesterday, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and he had 6 steals in the game, a career high. Outlaw fakes right.
They've gone zone.
Yeah, a little extended 2-3. Big down low also. Outlaw splits the defense. Good challenge by Jefferson.
Yeah, a little bit of intimidation as much as anything with Jefferson in there.
I like the decision by Outlaw, though. He saw the opening and went right to the rack. Down low, Jefferson poked away. And again, there's that help side defense, Mark, I was talking about, right? Much more active in the second half. And a lot of it has been Ian Christian. Doesn't get credited with the steal there, right? But
no, but the pressure forced the turnover, yeah.
The Devils in a bit of a drought here. 8.5 remaining.
Yeah, they're about almost 4 minutes now without a bucket.
Mitchell will try to answer. No good. He had made his last 2 threes, Trey Mitchell. And Jefferson with a rebound.
9 boards for Malik Jefferson.
That's what he had yesterday. Chong-Qui looking for a pick. Steps back for a jumper and nails it. Just inside the line of 2 for Chong-Qui.
I mean, this just the last 10 minutes or so of a game seems to be his basketball.
What do? You just try to deny, right? Maybe have Newkirk just deny him the basketball. Iagma down low. That's a foul on Jefferson with the body. Well, immediate timeout will give Danielle Marshall and the crew a chance to regroup with 7:47 remaining. 1 point Blue Devil lead. Blue Devil basketball, NEC front row. 51-50, Blue Devils with the lead. Pan Am Airlines left. 7:47. People are going, anybody.
You're dating yourself.
TW. Well, you remember.
Oh, I'm older than you, too. Scoreboard time in the NEC. 11.5 to go at Sacred Heart. The Pioneers are up 53-36 on St. Francis,
that
PA.
would put them over 500 in conference play, 5-4.
FDU leads by 3 at Merrimack with 8.5 to go.
Newkirk with a 1-point lead. Shamir Reed back in, getting the screen from Iagma. Little shake and bake, fadeaway 3. Had to put it up with the shot clock down to 2. And the long outstretched arm of Opoku bothering him there.
Yeah, they average 5 blocks a game and countless more pressures, if you will.
He's got 18 this year in 6 conference games. Oh, he didn't see Bartone down low. And guess who's got the ball?
And he's going to keep it until, well, maybe.
Junior from Baltimore, Chong-Qui, goes right, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled. I mean, just what do you do? Maybe you go zone here, right?
Yeah, that might. Well,
they're not a great three-point shooting team. Although yesterday, of course, they went 9 for 19, and what are they today? 5 out of 18. So.
Blue Devils 6 of 19 from 3.
And again, you can't foul him, right? He shoots 81%. I'm sorry, 85%, but 88% in conference play. He's made 32 of his last 36 free throws, and he nails that one too. And Mount, what's the run now, Mark?
Well, I'll tell you, Chong-Qui has 7 straight points himself. And it's a 10-1 run.
Outlaw, a much-needed basket on a little pull-up.
And the streak, the time of the slump, if you will, is almost 5.5 minutes.
Outlaw in double figures now with 10. Down low, Jefferson. Jump hook with the left hand won't go, and he's called for a loose ball foul.
Over the back.
Yep. Good position by Iagma.
It's a big, huge foul, actually. Kind of ticky-tack, but it's number 4.
Yep. Takes him out of the game.
And Bruno is nowhere near the inside. Bartone, excuse me, from Bruno. Nowhere near the inside post presence that Jefferson is.
I hope he didn't hear you.
What if he likes motorcycle racing?
And
there's a world-class track in Brno, the Czech Republic.
And you're the only one in this gym who knows that, or watching. Not true. They could be watching, right?
They could very well be in the Czech Republic. Hello.
Mark,
they all know about
Mark used to do motorcycle racing for ESPN. Do you still do that?
Yes, when ESPN does it. Yes.
Chong-Qui, pull up, no good. Didn't hit the rim, and a good defensive possession there for the Blue Devils. They have a 1-point lead. Iagma posting up. Outlaw tried to take it to the rack, and what do we got? Foul down low on, I believe, Iagma going over the back. Remember, that's going to be 1-1 for them. Wallace on the bench right now with the 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, when does he come back?
I tell you what, as well as Iagma's played, he's got 8 points and 6 rebounds in the game. Why not put him back in with him?
Well, you could.
It's been a while.
You could. Want to give Iagma a little break before maybe through the media timeout.
Opoku, not a good free throw shooter, but again, the length and the size of Mount St. Mary's. Not an offensive rebound, but a tip, and it was knocked out of bounds by the Blue Devils.
See if they can shore up the middle here on this baseline out of bounds play.
Ooh. If Chong-Qui saw Opoku, I think he was open in the middle. Guarded by Outlaw, Chong-Qui. He's a natural lefty, but we've seen it the last 2 days. He can score with the right. Last year's most improved player in the NEC. Still with the rock. Fadeaway jumper. Good. Smallest man in the gym. Makes it 54-53. And look, he's not as good as Junior Robinson, right? I mean, people may remember Junior Robinson at 5'5", but man, very similar. You know, you brought up Landy Thompson, another terrific, diminutive point guard. Ooh, Outlaw may have gotten away with a double dribble, and he lays it in.
Kind of grazed his hip with it a little bit. But a sweet move on the drive. We're going back and forth now.
Chong-Qui taking his time, bringing it up.
4 lead changes in the last 2 minutes.
Chong-Qui wants a pick. He gets it from Jefferson. Goes right. Opoku for 3. Way off. Rebound Reed. Blue Devils will sign for that every time. Handoff Outlaw. Cut off by Bartone. Scantlebury running the point for the Blue Devils here. Ian Christian getting ready to check in. Mitchell fakes the pass, takes the 3, back rims it. Long rebound, tipped away and taken by Reeves. No numbers, so he holds it up. And Scantlebury trying to overplay Chong-Qui.
They're going to work the shot clock.
Chong-Qui drives. Down low. Jefferson off the glass and good. Jalen Jefferson. First field goal of the game for him on a beautiful feed by Chong-Qui, his 7th assist of the game.
It's kind of cliche, but floor general, huh? For Qui.
2-3 zone. The Devils still hanging in there. A little ticky-tack foul on Reeves on the outside. Take a breath. It's a good one here at the Dietrich Gym. 1-point game. Blue Devils at the line when we return. Mitchell looks to get a split. Much needed, obviously. A loss would drop them to 2-7 in conference play. And that would be a deadly blow to their chances to make the top 4. Mount St. Mary's looking to go to 5-2 in conference play. And win their 4th in a row. 1-1 at the line for Scantlebury. And he can't convert. Chong-Qui with the rock, guarded by Scantlebury. And wow, there's a little nickel and dime ticky-tack foul called on the outside. You know, I like the aggressiveness, right, of Scantlebury, right?
Yeah.
But Nigel, I mean, I think you want to play that way when he doesn't have the ball. I know he's quick. Nigel's probably just as quick as Chong-Qui, but I think when he has the ball, that might be a good time to lay off him, right? You'd rather have him shooting an outside shot than taking it to the rack. And, of course, you don't want him to put him in the free throw line. In 2 days at the free throw line, Damian Chong-Qui is 18 for 19. I'm sorry, 18 for 20 from the free throw line the last 2 days. Here's Scantlebury. Nice pass down low. Wallace turns to his left. Jump hook short. Rebound Jefferson underneath. So Wallace in the game. Ayagma out. Also Ian Christian back in. And Mount leads by 3.
How about the set? It's only the 2nd shot taken by Carrington in this game.
Well, he's been in foul trouble, right, in the second half. Reeves hit a big 3 earlier in this half. Chong-Qui is going to have to force a triple. Splash. Wow. That's why he's preseason all NEC.
goodness.
And what is the run now, Mark?
Let me get it to you.
Well, Central was up 8, correct? Nigel Scantlebury outside Christian. He needs it, and he nails it. Blue Devils cut it to 3. Big-time shot by Ian Krishnan. 13 for him to lead the way for Central.
20-9. The run by Mount St. Mary's. The Blue Devils had a 7-point lead with 12.5 to go.
Opoku holds high, puts on the floor. 5 on the shot clock. Tough shot by Reeves. Offensive rebound. Jefferson didn't get that one to go. And a foul called on Reeves down low. Boy, Jefferson again with the offensive rebound. We've seen that movie before in this game, but he didn't convert that time.
And Carrington Wallace with a huge rebound off the Jefferson miss. He got banged in the hip, Carrington, on the collision.
And they're going to look at it to see if there's anything malicious. So this will give us time to regroup, and the Blue Devils time also. And Carrington Wallace also, I think it's his left hip, Mark. And what could they be looking at, by the way?
Boy, it seemed like just a basketball play. I mean, Carrington was up in the air, but it wasn't a purposeful low bridge or anything like
that. And I think he was turning to look up, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe they, some sort of low bridge, vulnerable player in a vulnerable position up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't see anything. But I've been...
we're getting an explanation.
Wow. He's going over to the coach, Dan Engelstad. And then... No, just going to be 1-1.
Oh, okay.
Moving forward. Where did he go when he talked to the head coach? Sorry to waste a minute and a half of your life, but we're moving on.
Let me waste another 30 seconds.
It's 1-1. But here we go. Big time free throws here, Mark, right? For Carrington Wallace. We hope it's plural with free throws.
Yeah, Blue Devils have not had a lot of late game foul shot opportunities.
Wallace spins the ball. Tips the knees and knocks it down. Yeah, in the final 5 minutes, Carrington Wallace now 2 out of 4 this year. Central in the final 5 minutes of the second half, 30 out of 40 this year. And in the final minute, only 2 out of 4. And all 4 attempts were from Nigel Scantlebury.
Those are big.
Huge. It's a big miss by Jefferson, right? On that offensive rebound.
I'm surprised Chong-Qui gave it up.
Reeves on the perimeter.
They've gone zone.
They did. 2-3 zone. Extended. Chong-Qui trying to get in. And it was blocked from behind by Scantlebury. Dan Engelstad doing an Irish jig over there on the sidelines. $1:05 remaining. Scantlebury with the head up. Crosses over. Foul line jumper is good. Nigel Scantlebury from straight away, giving the Blue Devils a 1-point lead. And a timeout called by Mount St. Mary's.
Dan Engelstad still wanting that foul call to the previous shot attempt by Chong-Qui.
Looked like there was a lot of contact, but how about the pull-up? How about the confidence, right?
Absolutely.
Of Nigel Scantlebury, who's getting the run down the stretch here, playing point for the Blue Devils.
15-footer, open look, plenty of room, and he dropped it.
So with 51.7 remaining, Blue Devils with 3 timeouts left, and Mount St. Mary's with 1. Both teams with 9 fouls apiece, so the next foul for either team will put them in double bonus. We've seen Mount St. Mary's run some pretty good plays, Mark, off the timeout in this game. And yeah, you're right. I didn't notice it right away, but Central going zone, right?
See if they stay in it after this timeout. And it looks.
I think they are, because Ian Christian's not guarding anybody. Offer him back in the game. Here's Jefferson with 8 on the shot clock. Chong-Qui's going to try a high arcing 3. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. 64-62. That was terrific defense by Central.
In a floater. Boy, that ball didn't it seem like that ball was in the air for about 10 seconds. That ball was floating toward the basket.
And it's the second 3 he's hit in a row. And he does a lot of things well, right? But that is not his forte. 30%.
That was a
coming into the game. 32 in conference play. Only 9 threes on the year. And that gives him 30 for the game. Well, if you're Danielle Marshall here, Mr. Robbins, you try to set something up for your top scorer, Ian Krishnan. You also have Scantlebury in the mix, right? Who?
I think you could look to it. Greg Outlaw with some penetration off the dribble. And if he can't get to the lane, that's what I would like to see. Maybe Outlaw trying to get inside. If it's bottled up, it should signal somebody's open on the perimeter. You don't need a very quick shot, but you don't want to waste too much time. You want to shoot with, I would say with at least 10, 12 seconds left.
And that is a career high, by the way, for Damian Chong-Qui. At 26 versus LIU.
See if they run that play that they did to start the second half, where they get Christian.
Oh, they're trying to find Ian, but Scantlebury's got it. Being played by Reeves. Gets the screen. Blue Devils with 2 timeouts remaining if they choose. Krishnan moves in for a deuce. Back rimmed it. Tipped around. Wallace with the rebound. Now Reed. Krishnan. Scantlebury a 3. Looks good, and it is. Blue Devils by 1. 65-64 with 3.4 seconds left. And Mount St. Mary's uses their final timeout. He wants it looked at, Dan Engelstadt, as to how much time is going to be left, I think.
Danielle wants a foul because Scantlebury wound up on his backside.
Yep.
And they will take a look. Maybe they want to make sure where his foot was.
I'm pretty sure it was a 3.
I thought so.
And it looked good, right? Again, we're up here, elevated here at the Dietrich Gym, right across from where. But when he let that go, it looked good.
It did. So they're going to give it a good look on instant replay. 3.4. You've got to go the length of the floor if you're Mount St. Mary's.
We got Trevor over there looking at it. It's definitely a 3, right, Trevor?
No more timeouts left for Mount St. Mary's, Bruce.
And I got a thumbs up that it's a 3. So
good to know people in high places.
But I think it might be checking how much time is left on the clock.
They're going to add
a little bit. Maybe there's only about 4 seconds, right?
Yeah, they're going to add 6/10 and make it an even 4. Oh, and they're going to get more time to look. So you got to watch the long pass.
Oh, and also remember that Damian Chong-Qui is probably the fastest player in the Northeast Conference, right? Definitely one of them. So he can get the ball up the floor in a blur. So obviously you want to try to deny the ball.
Yes.
Right?
Now do you guard the inbound? The inbounder.
I don't think I would.
No, so you're going to put 2 on Chong-Qui?
3.
Can we put 6 on it?
It's going to be, I think, 4 seconds left.
Let's see.
I think.
There we go. 4 on the clock.
Yep. All right. So it'll be Mizzy offer him to inbounds.
They will not guard the inbounder.
Yeah, I like it. And you have Christian guarding Chong-Qui. Actually playing some sort of a, almost like a...
Yeah, Reed playing kind of a center field.
They're having trouble getting it in. Opoku lost it. Greaves has it. 1 second left, and that's it. Blue Devils are going to come away with a victory here. They couldn't get it to Chong-Qui. At least they didn't want to because he was shuffling around in the backcourt. And they elected to try to get the ball up ahead to Opoku. And the Blue Devils were ready for it. Not a great play at the end of the game by Mount St. Mary's. But hey, Central Connecticut will take it. And they win this one by 1.